All right, so let's find a spot at the back edge of our mat. We're going to stand with our feet about shoulder, hip distance apart. Just going to take a couple of moments and roll through the shoulders, rock between the toes and the heels, and just kind of find that balance in the foot. You can also rock between the outside and inside of the foot and just step around, making sure that we're nice and square. We're going to stand tall, shoulders back, draw the belly button to the spine. I want to think about this strong connection. I also want to think about engaging my pelvic floor and keeping everything just really drawn in, kind of cinched together like that internal corset. We're going to lift through the top of the head like there's a string pulling us a bit taller. And we'll just stand here for a few breath cycles. On that inhale, I want to feel my rib cage expand in this full 360. And then exhale, contracting. Knees are a little bit soft, shoulders are back and down. Now maintaining this full breath cycle, let's add some arms. I'm just going to go thumbs up, taking a big inhale to the top, and then exhale, float the arms out and down my sides. Big inhale, and exhale. One more this direction, please. And we'll just reverse that. I'm going to float the arms up. I'm leading with my thumbs. Inhale. And then exhale with control. Opening through the heart. Keeping that belly button drawn to the spine. And one more this direction. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms come down to meet your side. Now with your feet about shoulder hip distance, we're going to take a little walk. We're going to get some forward fold in there as well. So I'm going to stand tall, string lifting out of the top of the head. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, nod the chin, scoop the belly, knees can be a little bit soft, and just round forward. Now I'm just going to take my fingertips to the floor and take a little bend and straighten, waking up the back of the legs, the glutes, the hips. Let the head relax. And let's lift the tailbone and hold it here and take a couple of easy little shakes of the head, just relaxing in the neck. Now, fingertips touching the floor, we're going to take a little walk. So bringing this out into your downward facing dog. And just take a moment to find the best position for you. And I'm just going to work on pushing my chest toward my feet. Take a moment, make sure we're spreading the weight through our fingers, all the way through the hands. And I've got my heels down. I'm going to double lift and lower. Both heels up, both heels down. Scooping the belly button to the spine. And with each of these little heel lowers, think about pushing your chest toward your feet, just a little more. And let's take one more. Press and hold. And then I'm going to round my back. So scoop your belly and round your back, bringing yourself forward into a plank. And I'm just going to adjust my feet a little bit. And I'm going to take my gaze forward. So if you're always looking toward the mat, let's lift and lengthen through that neck. Now I'm just going to move between this plank and my downward facing dog position. We're going to bend the knees and drive the tailbone back and up into your down dog. Rounding the back, scoop the belly, moving forward into your plank. And we'll just move between these, moving with your breath. Pressing through. So I'm going to inhale and then exhale, move. Inhale. Exhale, move. Pressing back. And maybe getting a little deeper into that fold with each of those down dogs. Coming into your plank. Press it back. Let's take one more like this, please. Scoop the belly, round forward into that plank. And we're gonna press back into our downward facing dog. And I'm just gonna reposition my feet. We're gonna walk the hands back to the feet. With control, slow and steady, take your time. And then end in your forward fold. Soften your knees and slide the hands up the thighs to stand tall. We're gonna take another little forward fold. Let's inhale. Exhale, peel, drop the chin, scoop the belly, reaching forward. Fingertips touch the floor. And I'm just gonna separate my feet slightly. Bring your hands to your elbows and allow yourself to drape forward. A little swing side to side if you'd like. Let the neck relax, let that head just fall forward. Now, I'm gonna soften my knees, fingertips touch the floor, and we're gonna walk out again. Taking this into your downward facing dog. Feel free to adjust as you need. Pushing into the stretch. Now this time, I'm going to lift my right leg. So I'm gonna bring my left foot more to center, right leg's going to extend. And then we lift and lower, lift and lower. I wanna think about that squeeze in the back of the leg, the glutes, nice and long. Now, take that leg to the top and then shift forward, coming into a little knee hover. And then reach this up big and knee hover. Extend it and knee hover. On your next one, we'll pull that knee forward and turn the foot to the inside. I'm just gonna sink my left knee down and shift back into a pigeon. Now I wanna make sure I'm starting off nice and tall. The tendency is to kind of get down here and stay. So bringing yourself back into this upright position. And I wanna think about this length through the back of the leg, a lot of energy, keeping this really strong, opening through my hip flexors, front of the hip here. Nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Now, I'm just gonna turn that foot back under, replace my hands, and take a big press coming up into my downward facing dog, adjusting as you need. This time, the right foot stays down, left foot is going to lift and lower, lift and lower. Think about that line down the back of your legs, glutes and low back. Everything's really strong. Now, hold it to the top and then bring it forward for a knee hover. Reach it up and bring it in. Knee hover. And up and in. Scoop that belly, keep it strong. Now this next one, knee hover and turn the foot to the inside and shift that right knee back and down. Lengthening, lifting, nice and tall, guys. And again, thinking about that energy down the back of the leg, opening through the front of your hip. Working on keeping those hips square. So if you're still up here a little higher, that's totally fine. Breathe into those tight muscles. And I'm actually leaning into my fist just to give my wrist and forearms a little break. Nice and tall. Now I'm going to turn my toe under, replace the hands, take a big lift, coming back into your downward facing dog, separating the feet if you need that, and walk the hands toward the feet. Let's soften the knees, slide the hands up, and unfold. All right, so one more little forward fold, down dog, and we're gonna inhale this time, and exhale, hinge forward. I'm gonna stop about halfway, float the hands into the small of your back. Go ahead and continue your forward fold and interlace your fingers, pushing the knuckles away. Feel free to lift and lower and just kind of move. Anywhere you might feel some tight spaces, even some little rotations. Kind of working it out here, guys. Now I'm going to take a really big knuckle to ceiling press. Rest the hands in the small of your back. Bring your hands down to meet the floor and take a little walk. Downward facing dog yet again, pressing your chest towards your feet. Spread the weight through the hands. Now this time I'm going to walk my feet a little closer together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right foot more to the side and then take a big circle and come around, kind of like a little curtsy. We're going to revisit the curtsy later in class. So think about this big lift and over, lift and tap, lift and over, lift and tap. Now if you need to kind of bend in the supporting leg, feel free. And bring that leg back into meet center. Let's get the other side. So I'm going to take this left leg just slightly out to the side, lift up, and over. Found my picture. And take it side and over. Now again, if you need a little bend in the supporting leg. And one more, guys. And bring that foot back together. Press and separate your feet. Scoop the belly. Walk the hands toward your feet. Take this forward fold. Soften your knees. Press to the top. Nice and tall. Shoulders back. And let's just take a little step forward. So we're going to lower to our mat. And to get there, we're just going to cross one foot over the other, working on a little bit of balance, and we're going to lift. Now I want you to find your balance, find that foot and ankle stability, and let's go ahead and lower the heels. All right, let's just take that a couple times so we can kind of find that balance. We're going to lift and lower. Now you may find as we lower to the mat with this one, it's a little intense on the knees. So if you come down as far as you feel like you want to come down, you can come back up and come down in other ways. Otherwise, we are going to lower all the way to the floor. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to find that balance, heels stay off the floor, and I'm going to bend my knees, finding that balance, lower, 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 all the way down, and have a seat. So if you needed to come out of that and come to the floor another way, totally fine. That was pretty intense on the knees. I like to work on that one for some foot and ankle stability. All right, so we're going to start off reaching out through the hands. Really quick, if you have your weights, let's have those nearby. Reaching out, we're going to inhale, exhale, half roll back, scoop the belly, keep reaching through the hands. I'm going to walk one leg up, other leg up, and hold. So finding this nice little balance point between your tailbone and your sits bones, scooping the belly toward your spine. Keep reaching through the hands. Let's inhale and then exhale. Feet come to the floor, arms stretch forward, reach, and we sit up tall. Big inhale. Exhale, half roll back, scoop that belly, walk one leg up, other leg up, and hold. So from here, engaging our quadriceps, top of the thigh, we're going to alternately extend. Here's right and left, and right and left. Think about keeping that heart lifting, right and left. Let's get one more each side, guys. Right and left. I'm going to take both feet up and squeeze those heels. Reach. Let's take an inhale and exhale down. Reach forward, stretch, and sit up tall. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to bring my weights in. If you don't have weights, that's totally fine. I'm just going to bring my weights together and just cross the hands. We're going to take that same little alternating extension. So we'll inhale, exhale, half roll back, one leg up, other leg up. Now hold. I'm going to extend my right and turn to the right, then left and right and left and right. Really reach through that leg and right and left. One more, guys. Right and left. Separate and press and hold. Take an inhale. Exhale down. Big reach. And we'll sit up tall. All right, so I'm just going to bring my weights to the side. Let them have a seat and shift forward just a bit. We're going to inhale, exhale all the way down. All right, from here, extend those legs and zip the thighs. We're just going to start with an easy little protraction and retraction. Now, we can do this weight-free, or you can add your weights to your hands. It's totally up to you. Now I'm going to start with an exhale, reach, inhale, slight retraction. So if you have your weights in your hands, let's make sure that we're not grasping our equipment. So keeping the hands just kind of nice and easy. And reach and lower. All right, so I'm going to set my weights down and demonstrate without, just in case. So from here, I'm going to float the arms back, but not so far that I pop my ribs. So if you feel the rib cage lifting, scoop the belly, try to connect your ribs back to your hips, and keep this strong connection. Now we're going to inhale, lift, exhale, peel, come up, out and over, reaching into this long forward fold. Sit up tall, scoop the belly, zip the thighs, and float down one vertebra at a time. Arms reach back. Let's inhale and exhale. Scoop the belly, reach it out, long forward fold. Sit up tall and take it down. Scoop the belly and squeeze those legs. Think about keeping that lower half active, returning us to the floor. Inhale, reach. Exhale, peel, up, out, and over. Long forward fold. Sit up tall and take it down. So if you are using those weights, I'm going to lead back with my thumbs, lead up with my pinkies. Inhale, exhale, and reach. Sit up tall and take it down. Squeeze those inner thighs. Arms reach back. We'll inhale, exhale, and reach. Sit up tall. Last time, we're going to roll this down, squeeze those legs. Arms are going to reach back. I'm going to set my weights down. Walk back onto your mat. Adjust your waistband if you need that. Let's go ahead and bring the knees into the chest for just a quick little release through the glutes and the low back. Now, I'm going to bring my weights where I can access them easily. So we're going to go into our abs series, and we're going to do a couple of variations on each one of these. So from here, starting off with the knees pulled into the chest, I'm going to come into forward flexion, starting off with our single leg stretch. Right leg stays, left leg reaches. Inhale, switch, exhale, and inhale. Exhale, nice and long, inhale. Exhale, think about the reach through the leg, through the foot. And one more. Now, we're going to go to double leg stretch. So both legs come in. I'm going to reach for my ankles. Both arms and legs reach. Arms circle, knees float in. And big reach, circle, knees in. And big reach, arms circle, knees float in. Nice and long, big reach, scoop that belly, and in. And reach, and in. One more, guys. Big reach, and bring it in. I'm going to lower the head and shoulders and give a little neck rotation. All right, we're going to do another set of each of those, but this time I'm going to do them weighted. So with the single leg stretch, we're actually going to change it into dead bugs. So I'm going to lift into forward flexion. I'm going to keep the right, extend the left leg, extend the left arm. So when the leg is reaching, the same side arm is reaching. Let's inhale, switch, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. I'm adding a little pulse. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale. Long and strong, shoulders working for us. Inhale, exhale, keep it strong. And one more right knee in, one more left knee in. Both knees are going to come in. I'm going to lower the head and shoulders for just a moment while I explain the next one. So double leg stretch, just as we did before, except this time the arms are weighted. And I'm going to, when I circle around, so I'm going to reach, I'm going to go palms up and then circle around, palms up. So that way we're not grasping our equipment, okay? We also want to think about keeping this strong neutral spine. We don't want to let that wrist fold back. So I'm going to lift, reaching my weights toward my ankles. We're going to extend arms and legs, circle round, knees in, and big reach, and circle, and big reach, and circle. Nice and long, guys. reach, and circle. Scoop that belly, reach, and circle. Big reach, and circle. Give yourself one more, please. Big reach, and circle. Head down, weights down. Take a little break. All right, so for your next one, this is our single straight leg stretch. Let's start off by extending the legs really long. So we'll start off without them weighted, and then we're gonna add the weight, and we're gonna be weaving it through the legs. So if you don't have the weights, that's okay. You're just gonna come up and kind of pretend that you do, some kind of a little behind the knee, behind the knee. So let's bring ourselves into forward flexion, keeping these legs really strong, quadriceps active. So I'm going to start with just a little tug, tug, and tug, tug. So getting the motion, getting that little pull on those legs, pulling into that single straight leg stretch. Now, you can stay with this, or we're going to add the weight. I'm going to go under and switch, and under and switch. Pull it in, and under and switch. Now, I'm going to go the other way. Under and switch, and under. And switch. Two more. Under and switch. Last one. Pull both knees into the chest. Lower with control. Give yourself just a quick little break. Now I'm going to set the weights down. And for this next one, double straight leg stretch, no weights. But what we're going to add is a lift of the tailbone. So think reverse crunch. So think about getting your tailbone off the floor at the end. All right, so we're going to start off with the knees in this tabletop position. I always like to start with a little modification. So we're going to bring ourselves into forward flexion. The hands come to support behind the head. I'm going to keep this 90-degree angle and dip the toes back to tabletop. Scoop your belly in tight, guys, and tabletop. Now you can stick with this, or go double straight, heels together, toes turned out. We're going to lower and lift. So as I lower, I'm adding a little squeeze to my inner thighs, a little squeeze to the back of the legs, and lower and lift. Now adding on, lower, and we're going to lift, and lower and lift. Lift those hips, lower, hips up, and lower, and hips up. Keep it strong. Nice and long through those legs. One more, please, and lift, and we're going to float the knees in, head down, take a little break. Giving yourself any of those little back massages, neck rotations, anything you might need. Now for the next one, just like we did in our warm-up, we're going to cross the body, weights in hand. So let's go ahead and bring the weights in if you want them. I'm going to cross the hands and walk the knees in. Bring yourself into forward flexion. Keep the right leg, extend the left. Now I'm going to have my elbows wide and come all the way over to one side and then switch. So I'm thinking about bringing my elbow toward the floor and up and over, up and over. Reach through that foot, reach and reach and reach. Keep it strong. Come on, guys. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, one more each side. And let's bring it in and lower with control. I'm going to set my weights down, give it a quick little release. While we're here, let's take those legs up nice and long. So we're going to think about some inner thighs because we're about to get some hips, glutes, and outer thighs. All right, from here, we're just going to take 3 little crosses and then open wide. So I'm going to bring it up. 3, 2, 1, and open wide. Point, 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 and flex open. Point, 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 and flex open. Squeeze it up and flex open. Now, this time, we're just going to take it open. I'm going to point my toes, bend the knees, extend, and all we're going to do is come up to the top. So up, out, point, open. Up, out, point, open. Up, out, point, and open. Big squeeze up. Now, adding on something at the bottom. So up, out, point. Now flex. I'm going to lift my head and push those legs out and then bring it in, point. So out, up, out, point. You can lift your head and shoulders, flex, push, bring it in, point, and out. So up, out, point, flex, push, back to point, and one more. Out, up, out, point. Now this time, flex your feet and let's support the head and just bring this in and out. Kind of like little frogs here. Squeeze those heels together, zip those inner thighs, squeeze. One more, please. And bring it in, head down, take a little break. I'm just gonna hold behind my knees, pull this up to seated, and I'm just gonna move my weights to the front. Let's come over to our knees. Let's set ourselves up for a little bird dog or translateral extension, however you want to call this. So we're going to start off with some cat and cow. I want to make sure my shoulders are stacked above my wrists, my hips are stacked above my knees. I'm going to take a look out ahead, take an inhale. I'm going to kind of turn my tailbone up and keep the belly drawn in. Inhale, exhale, round. Scoop the belly, tuck the chin. Inhale and exhale. This time, inhale, exhale, right knee toward your nose, extend that leg and hold, reach your left arm in opposition. So think about this link between your fingertips and your toes. Nice and long here, guys. Let's add a knee to elbow and reset. Scoop that belly, keep it strong, reset. Knee to elbow, reset. One more. Now hold it here and thumbs are up. We're going to take little pulses. Press, 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 press. 4, 3, 2. Now hold it. Set the hand down. Flex the heel toward your bottom. You're going to press that foot to the ceiling. Press, press. Think about that squeeze in the glutes. Really strong. 4, 3, 2. Now, hold it here. I'm just going to drop my knee, lift and curtsy. Up and under. Up and curtsy. So lift, under, lift, and over. Lift, under, lift, and over. One more, guys. Lift and set it down. Take a quick child's pose, just a little stretch. Give your hands, wrist and forearms, a little break. Bringing yourself back into that tabletop position, cat and cow. Let's inhale, look ahead. Exhale, round, scoop the belly, tuck the chin. Big inhale and exhale. This time, big inhale. Exhale, left knee toward your nose and extend and hold. Reaching that right arm in opposition, really long, fingertips to toes, guys. Elbow to knee, curl and reach, curl and reach, really long. Reset that leg and curl and reach. One more, please. And hold. So reaching those fingers out, reaching those toes. Add those pulses up, up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold the leg. Take the arm down. Flex that heel toward your bottom and pulse it up, up. Squeeze, lift, lift, and lift. And lift, nice and tall through that spine. I find myself looking down, looking toward my belly, and lift. Now, hold it here, and we're going to, we're going to take it under and lift and curtsy and lift. Take it under and lift and curtsy and lift. So under, lift, curtsy, and under, lift, curtsy. One more, please. And bring it down. Take a quick little stretch here, reaching out, giving those hands, wrist and forearms, just a little break. Now we're gonna do another set, kind of a short set. I don't wanna do super long set, but we're gonna add the weights. So if you don't have the weights, everything that we just did, you'll just repeat that. All right, so we're gonna come back into our tabletop position. Just a couple of cat and cows, just to kind of get that rhythm. We're gonna inhale and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Now before I go too much further, I'm gonna inhale, I'm gonna take this weight and set it in front of my left hand. Let's inhale, exhale, your right knee toward your nose, and extend that leg nice and long. Take that weight in your left hand and reach. So I'm just holding it in the crook of my thumb and forefinger, elbow to knee, and extend. Elbow, knee, and extend. Really strong, and extend. One more, guys. Hold it. Here's those pulses. Pulse, pulse. Nice and long. 3, 2, 1. Set that weight down. Keep the leg. And actually, we're going to lower the leg and move the weight to the back of the knee. So I want to hug that heel toward my bottom and keep that weight in place. So really activating our hamstrings. So we're just going to lift and lower, lift and lower. So a little more than a pulse, a little more range of motion here. Lift and lower, squeeze at the top. Now, let's add the curtsy. Lift, curtsy, lift, and down. Lift, curtsy, lift, and down. 2 more. Lift, curtsy, lift, and down. So let's add one more thing while we've got the weight in place. Fire hydrants. Little lift to the side. Nice and tall. Lengthen through the top of the head. Lift and lift and lift. 2 more. And bring that weight down. I'm just going to take it out from behind the knee. You can press back into a down dog just to give a little stretch, a little open through the back of that leg. Bringing it back to your tabletop position, and I'm just going to set that weight up in front of my right hand. Let's take an inhale, and then exhale. Round, scoop the belly, tuck the chin, and this time we'll inhale, exhale, left knee, and then extend. I'm going to take that right hand and reach. Nice and long. Elbow to knee, and extend. Elbow, knee, and extend. Nice and long through that reach, guys. Elbow, knee, and extend. One more. Hold it here. Pulse, pulse. Bring it up really strong. 4, 3, 2. Now I'm going to set the weight down, and I'm just going to place it now in the back of my left knee. Hugging that heel toward your hips. Keep it really strong. And we're going to take it down and up. Down and up. Let's think about that big squeeze through the glutes. Keeping that posture nice and long. And lift. Belly drawn in tight. Lift and lift. And let's add the curtsy. Lift, curtsy, up and under. Lift, curtsy, up and under. Belly drawn in tight. Curtsy, up and under. All right, guys. Last little thing, our fire hydrants. Lift side and down. Lengthening through the neck. Keep it strong. Belly button drawn in tight. 2 more. And last one. Bring it down. Take that weight from behind your knee. Press back to your downward facing dog. Big press. Now I'm just gonna sink to my knees and come up for just a moment. Give those hands, wrists, and forearms a little break. I have one more little thing I wanna go through with you. We're gonna go into plank, side plank, and we're gonna do these little rows across the chest. So you can do it with weights or without. So you can kind of get there and just determine if that's what you want to use. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and bring this out to tabletop, down dog, nice and long, and then I'm just going to shift forward in my plank. So I'm going to face you, I'm going to bring a weight and right in front of me. So I'm going to rotate over and I'm going to stagger my feet. So this is the motion. I'm going to reach down and across and up. So reach down, across, and up. So either with weights or without. So across the chest and up. Cross and up. Nice and long. Pressing that hand into the floor, really supporting. And one more. Bring it down, coming back into your plank. I'm going to shift it to the other side. So I'm in my plank, really strong and supported. And take it up and across. So just a slight rotation. Reaching to the floor and up. Keep it strong. Now, if you need a little modification, you can always drop that knee. One more, please. And bring it back to the mat. Let's take it to our down dog. Take it to your knees and give those hands and wrists a little break. All right, so one more variation on that. So this time we were kind of zipping it across our chest. This time I'd like you to open it in a big fly. So keeping this arm nice and long, a little bit of bend, totally great. So we're just gonna close and open. All right, with or without the weights, with or without that little modified knee. All right, so depending on how those wrists and forearms are feeling, you can determine what you need at this point. So let's come out to our tabletop. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my weight, get it right in place. We're going to turn the toes, down dog, shift into your plank, and I'm just going to rotate over. So I'm gonna take my weight, and it's a really big open, and close. And I'm not really rotating on this one. I want to think about this across the chest, keeping my hips still, keeping everything really stacked and supported. Pressing that floor away through that hand. Two more. And open, and close, and open, and close. When bring that weight down, reposition, go into your other side, and open. And open. Try to keep those hips stacked, shoulders stacked, and open. And open. Not really rotating in the body. One more, please. And open. Bring it down. Bring it to the knees. Shift back to child's pose. Give yourself just a quick little release here. All right, so from here, let's just take a little shift. We're gonna come over to our hips, and I'm just going to take my feet to the side. So this is our little mermaid spiral back bend. All right, so I've just got my feet shifted off to the side, so they're not really stacked like what we might do in a regular mermaid. So I've got my feet separated a little bit. I'm gonna hold my right ankle with my right hand, and lift my left arm and lean. So I want to think about this stretch down the side of my body, being able to look up and see the ceiling. Now I'm going to take this hand to the floor and spiral this right shoulder around, reaching, twisting into the floor. Now bring this up, and let's take this right hand to right ankle, taking that nice little side body stretch. Now this hand is going to come behind me, and I'm going to come up on my knees. So lift and reach. So think about this, reach out of this right arm, and I feel like I try to send this stretch down the front of the hip into that quad. Bring it down. Right hand, right ankle, mermaid. Take the hand to the floor, spiral. Nice big twist. Bring it up, mermaid. Hand goes back and reach it up, stretch. Let's do it one more time and take that mermaid, spiral. And up, mermaid. Hand goes back, and we take that little back bend, big reach, hips forward, and bring it down. I'm just going to shift my feet to the other side. So bring in yourself, set it up however you need for those knees. And left hand hugs that left ankle. We're going to take that right arm over. I want to be able to look up and see the ceiling. I'm going to take the hand down, spiral, twisting this left shoulder toward the floor. Lift, come on up, and mermaid. Take this hand behind you and lift, pressing that left arm back, that hip, that quad, nice little stretch. Bring it down. Take that left hand to left ankle, side bend, mermaid, spiral. Bring it up, mermaid. Hand comes behind, and we lift for really big stretch back. And let's get one more set here. Take that little mermaid, spiral, big twist. Bring it up, and mermaid. Last one here, guys. Hand goes back, and we lift and reach, and bring it down. All right, so let's bring those feet underneath. Let's come in, just balance in the foot and ankle. So I'm balancing on the ball of my foot, and I want to think about finding that balance and stability that I can lift my hands. So I'm going to just think about that string out of the top of the head, shoulders down. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my fingertips back to the floor and lift my tailbone to come into a forward fold. So separating the feet if you need that, and pedal through those legs. Let's let the head relax forward. Shake the head no a couple of times. Both heels down, and let's press into this fold just a bit deeper. Soften the knees. Slide the hands up. Let's unfold one vertebra at a time, guys. At the top. Let's take a big inhale. Arms are going to lift. And I'm going to drop my right arm into a little tricep stretch, reaching for the middle of my back. I'm going to take the other arm and reach around to maybe touch the fingers. Maybe they don't touch. Everybody's a little different on each side. Now we're going to unwind, and let's take the other side. So just going through those little grapevine switches, and switch, and switch. And I'm going to leave my left elbow up, bring my right arm up to help that elbow a little deeper into that stretch. Let's take both arms up on an inhale. Exhale down, palms are up, thumbs are back. Let's turn the palms over and press those palms back. Scoop that belly in tight, guys, and take a couple of easy little shoulder rolls here. And everybody, nice big cleansing breath. Inhale. And exhale everything. Thank you very much, guys. Happy Wednesday.